That is where Pwani University Students Association site is for students. We have a body of students. Now, this is leadership body, just to begin with. Down here, we have the academics, we have the schools, School of Agriculture, School of Education, Environmental Sciences, Art Sciences, Business, Economics, Pure and Applied Sciences, and all that. We have admissions, where you can get student finance, applications, fee structures, guidelines on orientation, graduation books, library, and all that. We have also portals tab, where you'll get the e-learning tab, e-learning portal, the student portal, and if you scroll down a little bit, you will see also the school transfer portal, which we have been using for the past 1 week. We also have the ICT online support portal, where you raise your tickets concerning your challenges, as Peter has already shown you how to raise our tickets. We have our student affairs that concerns you. Again, the PUSA website is here. And we have also the PU virtual tour. You can look at the different scenes around Pwani University. We have student email up here. And when you click this, just to show you, this is where you get your student corporate mail for your day-to-day official usage, submitting your assignments, inquiring on different things as a student, and also getting communication from the university. This is the email that will be used mostly. When I come back to the website, down here when you scroll, you will find announcement section. This is the place where you will find much of the information about what is going on in the university and what you are required to do. And in hand with the news and events section, where you will find the most updated information about the university. So make it a habit every day, visit the Pwani University website, and especially the announcements section and the news and events. That's where you'll get information about what is going on and what you are required to do. So as you can see, there are different things happening concurrently here at Pwani University. So when I go down a little bit, you see there are a bit of information. You can access fee structures, joining instruction, vacancies, downloads. When you go there, you will find different documents as a student you should download and familiarize yourself with. We also have a connect to Edrom. I'll come back to that when I go down later. So you see, yes, that is our website. Unless you have a question to ask, you can ask in the comments section. Yeah. Next, I'm going to talk about student IDs, which is the document which identifies you as a student of one university, wherever you go, in case you get in, you are caught on the wrong side of the law. And I want to say this very clearly, that in your first fee payment as a first year, which I believe you have already paid, the student charges are already included there. So you do not need to pay another amount to get a student ID for the first time as a first year when you are joining the university. So the day you'll be reporting physically on the campus, you will be issued with an ID, student ID. Now, in case that ID gets lost accidentally or due to carelessness, you'll be required to obtain an abstract from police office or the Huduma centers and bring the abstract to the university's security office. There you'll be given a form to fill And after filling that form, make sure it is signed by the relevant personnel. Next, from that, you'll go to the finance office, pay a charge of 500 shillings for the replacement, get a receipt, and present the receipt to the ICT multimedia section. I hope that is very clear. That is how you get a student ID once you have lost your first ID. Next, I want to talk about Wi-Fi connectivity while on campus. The day you will come to the university physically, you will find that we have quite a number of access points for wireless connection, ID, which is Wi-Fi. And we shall connect you both your laptops and your tablets and your phones to the school Wi-Fi. What you need for those connections is your student email, which I have already shown you where to get one if you have not gotten one from the Pwani University website. So make sure you get a school or corporate mail. That will enable you to be connected to the students, to the school Wi-Fi. If you don't have the email, then forget about the Wi-Fi connection and all that. So that is what we'll do. Make sure you have student email. The same, as I move on to the computer labs, we have state-of-the-art computer labs here at Pwani University, where we have one dedicated for students who are coming to do or who do IT-related courses. That is computer science, IT, and all that stuff. We have one dedicated for those students because they need lots of time with their computers to do their programming work and all that. And we have another student, a general lab, which students normally call it cyber cafe, where you can go and attend to your assignments, type, and save your work. You can go and do your own research online and all that. But there are restrictions. As well as I said, the student email will be used for registration in the lab. You have to get your own account. Once you go to the lab, you log into your own account. As you leave the lab, you log out from your account. An activity which is carried out with your account, you are the person liable for anything, if it has caused any abuse online or cybercrime or bullying, you are responsible for that. So whenever you're in the lab and you are logged in your session with your credentials, please, as you leave, make sure you log out as you switch off the machine so that you don't fall a victim for the same. That will use your student email as well. So make sure you have the student email, and I hope that is very clear. As I move on, let me get a document here to show you something, you guys, before I move on to the e-learning. Yes, let me share my screen again to take you through the e-learning portal. Which I believe you haven't been taken through. So, when you come to the Pwani websites, You scroll down to the portal section. Then here is the e-learning portal. Click on it, and you are presented with this platform where you can log in using your credentials. Let me go back and show you something back here. There is e-learning guidelines, and if I open it in a new tab, here is where you will get your login credentials for the e-learning. Let me show you. Now, this is the e-learning guidelines, as you can see here, and you fall under undergraduate studies. So when I click on that, it opens the username and the password for the e-learning platform. Let's go now pick something like this one, AB10 year 1. This is the username and this is the password. So let's go and log into our e-learning platform. So the username is AB10 year 1 and the password is AB10 at year 1. So now, once you log in, you'll be greeted with this screen. This is where you access your dashboard. The dashboard contains your units, or you can come to my courses to check on the courses you have registered for, the units you have registered for. All these will be appearing in your account. But one thing you should note, very important, that those login credentials I have shown you are not updated for you guys. Yours will be shared on the same platform in the course of the week to log in with. So your guidelines will be shown. For purposes of showing you around the e-learning platform, I'm going to use one of the units here. So this is where you find your courses. You can tweak around with them, the appearance, like the courses which are in progress, future, past, start, and all that, and the way they appear. Like I've just changed that to a card overview. So if I pick a unit like this one, this is how you will find things like so. Now, this, as you can see there, this is called a big blue button, say live session for e-learning, like the one we are using currently now for this session. So if I click on this one and I open it, I'll be greeted by a join session. The room conference is ready. You can join session. Then if I click on join, then you can see it will be the same platform as we are using. So make sure you familiarize yourself with the platform you are using. So it is the same.
We're the only person in this conference.
As you can see, the same thing. You type your chat here, you unmute yourself, and you interact with your lecture. So that's it about the e-learning. Something I can show you back here in your dashboard. This is how you get your courses. Let me repeat that. And back here, you can see there is a chat button. You have a calendar down here. If you have lectures which have been scheduled, maybe let's say for tomorrow, for next week, then they will be appearing here in the calendar. So that's it about the navigation in your. That's all you are required to do. You click on the course, and then you scroll down to the place where you have the live session. Also, you will get notes. As you can see, the announcements, click here for more notes and all that. So there'll be PDF notes and a live session, which the lecturer will be interacting with you and teaching you. That's it about the e-learning. Akola, I can see you have a concern. The e-learning will be through audio and video. Your lecturer may want to share a video with you or a pre-recorded class. So make sure you log in and wait for the lecture. It is the same way you get into class and wait for the lecture. So it will be that easy. You just log in, wait, be with your notebook and a pen to note. The sessions may be recorded or may be not recorded. So make sure you log in and attend the class as it goes on live. So let me check. Emmy, yes. It is compulsory to clear your school fees before you register for units. So if you have not cleared your school fees, you'll not be able to register units, and then you won't be able to do exams. So the first things first, clear the school fees. So as I continue to enter upon the e-learning matters, there is something I want to share with you. As you can read there, discounted Safaricom e-learning data bundles. Pwani University has partnered with our service provider in Safaricom to give you discounted Safaricom e-learning bundles. So if you don't have a Safaricom line, I'm sorry, you won't be able to benefit from these bundles. What you need to do, go to your sorry. What you need to do, go to your Pwani student portal and make sure you update your contact number. That is your phone number you are using. The same number will be used. That is, the same number will forward to our service provider, and you'll be able to benefit for the discounted Safaricom e-learning bundles. Make sure it is a Safaricom line. Make sure you have access to it throughout, because it is the same number you'll use to buy the bundles. What kind of bundles? 10 GB data worthy 500 shillings. Worthy 500 shillings. So that is what you'll be able to benefit. Make sure you have a Safaricom line, you update it in your students portal, and this is the process you'll use to subscribe to the bundles. Make sure you note this down, because I've already shared it with you in the screen. Write it somewhere, and it is very precise and clear. The process, what you'll be able to buy, and the award notification once you have successful. By the end of this week, make sure your student portal has the number that you'll be using. For Airtel users, Telecom, or Equitel, and all the rest, I'm sorry. Currently, we are only working with Safaricom numbers. So make sure you get yourself a Safaricom line, you activate it, you update it on your student portal. And yeah, to update it, just scroll down to your student portal profile. Down there, click on edit, update your information, and don't forget to save your changes. Thank you. That is all that I can say about the discounted bundles. If you have any information, well and good. Questions in the chat box. Someone is responding about that. Yeah, any questions maybe before we close? Destiny dinner. If Atomago opens the schools, you shall wait for the university to communicate. Make sure once it does that, you visit the Pwani website, announcements section. You'll get updated information about that, whether to join physically or to continue with e-learning. Thank you. Alpha Mieka, Mayeka. You should have paid your school fees by now, registered for semester, and waiting to register for units. So you are a bit late. Once semester registration is closed, I'm sorry, you'll have hard time. So, Ari. Kalama, let me share my screen once more so that I can show you how to get your student email. Yes, while you are on our website, Pwani University, up here you can see student email. So go there, click on that, and then enter your registration number as written in your admission letter. Type it here and hit get email. By that process, you'll be able to get a student email. So once you get the student email, what you should do, go to your Gmail app or your web browser, access the Gmail login page, type in your full email and password, and log in. Make sure you make the necessary adjustments and settings. Update your phone number and your recovery email for easy usage of the email. It is a Gmail account. So you use your Gmail app, just go to the settings and add a Google account. I hope I'm very clear. Kalama, somebody. Wanchiku, if you change to your course, maybe it's not changing. You applied for transfer of a program. So if you applied for a transfer, wait for the transfers results to be out so that you know which units to register for. And you'll be given directions once that is done. Hosea Monanu, it is possible to defer your studies if you have a very sound reason to do that, and make sure you have discuss it with your guardian or your parents. Then inquire from the admissions office the process how to defer your studies to till next year, same time, when a lot of first years will be joining, of which, as you know, there will be no KCSE candidates. So you'll have to wait until the next lot first years will be joining. That is maybe in 2022, August. Since next year, this year, there is no KCSE. So if you want to defer, make sure you contact the offices, the academic or registrar academics. That is clear. Emmy, before the studies begin, there will be that will be already sorted out. The intra and inter program transfers, and will be able to register units for your new course and continue with the same. Ochilo, Belinda, make sure you are getting the correct thing. If you have not gotten an error, well and good, but make sure you inform the university about that through a ticket so that the system admin can know you don't have the certificates. Mutuation track, make sure you raise a ticket about that to correct your names. You know how to do that as it has already been shown. Daryl Kennolly, let me type it here, but make sure first so as I've typed down there, that is how you subscribe to the e-learning discounted bundles. But first things first, make sure you have updated your Safaricom number on your student portal account. Then we shall submit. Don't expect to buy the bundles today. And those bundles are not for WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and all that. Those bundles are strictly for e-learning. So if you want to be accessing the e-learning and the whitelisted website for regarding the same, then you will not be able to use the bundles. So they are for e-learning only. Karemi Kariuki, that will be communicated later. So as I've said, keep on checking on our website. Everything that is our notice board. So that's where you'll get all the information from about the transfers, about when the e-learning starts and all that. So when the unit registration starts, keep on checking on our website. It shall be updated there. As I continue, Wanchiku Esther, if your name doesn't correspond to your real name, make sure you raise a ticket about that. Our system administrator will handle that. Alpha Mayeka, once you pay your school fees for semester 1, that's it. You pay school fees for semester, not for units or program. So you pay your school fees only once, whether you did a cost transfer or you never. So that is what will be used. And the fee is standard. So for all courses, that is what will be used. Masi Obonge, I have already talked about that. Wanchiku Esther. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Wanchiku Esther, about receipts on payments. Once you pay your school fees through the bank, you have already given your student registration number. So once it is paid through Equity Bank or you have paid through M-Pesa, the school fees will reflect instantly. About those who are paying through the other banks, I'm sorry to say you have to wait for maybe 24 hours or at the close of business once they consolidate the banks and all the payments, so your school fees will reflect. But something I want to clarify, if you have paid your school fees through an agent, a bank agent, those small outlets, I'm sorry to say that your school fees will not reflect in your account. Why? Because when you are paying that, you didn't give your admission or registration number. They don't have that kind of interface to key in your registration number. So make sure if you paid through an equity agent, cooperative, KCB, and all that, make sure you write on that receipt you got, you write your registration number and scan it. Then send it to finance, as I am typing here, finance@pu.ac.ke. That is the email you are supposed to use. If you paid your school fees via the bank agents and it is not reflecting in your student portal, make sure you write your registration number on the slip, scan it, and send it to that email. Cola you have to buy. It's only discounted as 500 shillings cannot buy you a 10 GB of Safaricom bundles. And you have already been answered. Joseph Sanchez, let me show you how to raise a ticket. So, as you can see, there is an ICT support ticket up here, or you can come down to student portals, the portal section, then click on, scroll down a little bit. You can see ICT online support under portals in our website. Click on that. Since this had already been shown, let me repeat it. Once you come here, submit a ticket. Click again on submit a ticket. Choose under which category you want to submit your tickets. Whether it is e-learning, timetable, missing marks, exams, and all that. Library, graduation. So student portal, click on that. Click on continue. Here you'll be able to write your official names. Maybe, let me show you your email. Yes, you type your active working email. So do not type something which is not working. Choose your student registration number, maybe 01 shop U shop 45 shop 20. Your telephone number 07 something. Your subject, yeah, you do your challenge. This is where you write what you are facing, like wrong names on the photo. And then you describe it. You say, maybe these are on my then you submit down here. If you have a challenge, maybe you can take a screenshot and upload it using choose a file to upload a file. Then use this security stamp to make sure that this is a person, a human being who is submitting this ticket, not something generated, being done by a robot and all that. So answer that correctly and submit your ticket. So that's it, how you submit a ticket. Once you submit your ticket, we get a notification, confirmation through your email. There is a number to track your, this is it you can use to track your ticket. And once it gets to us, we assign it to the relevant persons, whether it's going to student finance, to Pwani University admissions, to ICT, to system administrator, and all that. So just make sure once the moment you are selecting your year, make sure you highlight where you want your ticket to go. It's going to examinations, choose examination. If it's going to student to finance, make sure it's going to finance. Corporate email, make sure it's going to corporate email. So that's how you raise a ticket. And I hope, let me see if there is another question. I hope who wanted to know how to raise a ticket is sorted out.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm quite behind. May you show us how to create an email, student email?
Student email.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you then.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, this is one website. And we have a link up here, student email. Once you visit our website, just click on that student email and then follow the guidelines from here. I don't have a student who has not created an email, which I can use to create one. But as you can read there, enter your full registration number as written in your admission letter to retrieve your student corporate mail. Make sure you follow those instructions to the letter. I hope that is clear, Ramadan.
Yes.
Yes, you know
It's clear.
how to do it. Now you can proceed and do it.
Does it have a specific format maybe?
No, just write your registration number, the way it appears.
Okay.
Then click on get email.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Wanchiku. Wherever you are, just pay your school fees. just go to the Equity Bank. When they ask you, they will ask you where the branch is. It is in Kilifi, Equity Bank. Give your registration number and give the amount you want to pay. When you pay through Equity Bank or through the M-Pesa platform, your fee should reflect after a few minutes or instantly. But for other banks, KCB, Cooperative, you have to wait until they consolidate the transactions and your fee will reflect. Ahmed Zakia, if you pay your full school fees, you will get a zero balance on your student portal. Or if you are paid excess, you will get a negative figure. That means you have paid excess. So once the next semester, you register for the next semester, you will find that the school fees that you were supposed to pay has been reduced by the amount you were paid in excess. I hope that is very clear.
Yes.
Yes. Any question?
How can I pay using M-Pesa?
Just go to your student portal, click on the finance section. You will find the bank accounts for Pwani University, the M-Pesa pay bill number, and the process to follow to pay school fees using M-Pesa.
Okay. And when will semester registration be closed?
Semester registration,
Yeah.
once the transfers results are out, then what will be remaining is now unit registration. And we should now close the semester registration.
Okay.
In fact, it should have closed a long time ago, like the week before last week. So it's just a grace period you have been given to pay your school fees to register since you are new students with the COVID-19 challenges, financial challenges, but now it's end month.
Okay.
Now, if in the next few days you won't be able to pay school fees, the semester registration will be closed. Then we'll have a long process to register for the semester, the units, and you will be lagging behind in the e-learning as well.
Okay. And what are the appropriate gadgets to use for e-learning?
E-learning, you can get a tablet, a laptop, or a smartphone. Not just those old smartphones, the new ones, Android 6. And yes, the newer versions until 9 and 10. At least that will be able to connect you to the e-learning through the Chrome browser, or we have an app, Soma application. You can download it and install it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome. Mercy Obonge, I have already shown you how to create a ticket, submit it. Right? You have wrong names, or one of your name is misspelled, or it is not your name. Then give us your correct names. Then that shall be acted upon. Emi Kasoa. If you pay less amount, that amount will just stay idle in your account, student account. You won't be able to register for semester. You won't be able to get an exam card once the exams time comes, and you will have wasted your resource learning online. So, settle your school fees in full, register for units for a semester, wait for unit registration, and be ready to do the e-learning. So less amount, even less by 1 shilling, you won't be able to register the semester. This is not like the high school era, where maybe a parent may come and say, I'll settle this later at this date. It is in the system. And the system won't allow you, when you have a fee balance, even for 1 shilling, to register for semester. It has been instructed that way. That is how it is programmed. So it is not me or the BC or whomsoever. It is the system. Just pay your school fees in full and everything shall be okay. Amy, that is for you and very clear for everyone. I can see there are no questions.